What's up, everybody? Today we are talking about Homeland. So 30-minute AMRAP, 4-minute run, or it's written as an 800-meter run, but we really want you running for 4 minutes to get the proper stimulus. 4 minutes for some people, that might be 800. It might be 400. And honestly, might be 1,000, right? When we write these workouts, especially some of these longer ones where we put like an 800-meter run or a mile run in there, we're not so much concerned about distance as we are the amount of time that we actually spend running, right? So when we have something that's like, say 200 meters, really we don't care if you run 200 meters. We want you to run hard for a minute. Now, how hard you get in the minute will be relative to everybody's fitness level, but the stimulus will be the same if you actually go out at what you feel like is a minute pace. The same can be said for an 800-meter run, or like we have in Homeland, ideally a 4-minute run. So rather than looking at this as running, I have to run 800 meters before I come in and do the 3 rounds of 10 pull-ups and 10 burpees to a target. Think of it, I'm going to run 2 minutes out, 2 minutes back, and how far I get will be determined by my own level of fitness. This is a perfect zone 2 workout, right? So it is a longer duration workout that's ideal for helping us build an endurance base and utilize fat for fuel. In order to do that, we need to make sure that we are maintaining a pace that will keep our heart rate low enough. All right. Now, again, if you're not super concerned with staying in zone 2 or that base level intensity, go out as hard as you feel like you can go out for a 4-minute run. Right, your heart rate will spike. If you're fine with that, that's cool. If you're looking to really build your endurance base and teach your body how to utilize fat for fuel, saying 4 minutes rather than an 800-meter run will really give you a lot of benefit, because more than likely you won't get the full 800 meters in during that 4 minutes. But again, that's okay, because the idea is to keep moving and maintain your base level or zone 2 heart rate. So starts with a 4-minute run. Then you're going to go into 3 rounds of 10 pull-ups, 15 burpees to targets. After those 3 rounds, you're going to go right back out for another 4-minute run. And then you'll come back in, 3 rounds, 10 pull-ups, 10 burpees to target. The pull-ups are going to add up quickly, right? This is going to be a lot of volumes on the pull-up in a very short amount of time. We don't want this to be a deterrent from like accumulating volume and making sure that we're moving through this workout efficiently. All right. So let's talk about some pull-up variations that we can use to continue to build strength. Especially when it comes to doing high sets of pull-ups. Generally, if you have an efficient kip and you know how to kip, your technique is pretty good. It really just comes down to, again, strength and muscular endurance. All right. If we run out of strength in this workout, right? If we're someone who can get like 2 to 3, maybe like 5 pull-ups at a time, generally means we probably don't have the strength to do 30 pull-ups in a shorter amount of time. So we're going to need to work on that in our muscular endurance. So if you come in and you get, maybe you knock out your first set of 10 pull-ups in that first round, you have the 15 burpees to target. You come back to the pull-ups and you're like, crap, I can only do 2 to 3 pull-ups. Rather than worrying about having to take a prolonged rest in order to get another set of 2 to 3 kipping pull-ups, think about moving to the next hardest variation for you. So for some people, this might be an inverted ring row. It could be a seated barbell pull-up. It could be a ring row, or it could be bent over rows, right? So again, if you come in round 2, you hit 2 to 3 pull-ups and you're like, crap, I'm really going to take a big rest period before I can do any more. Rather than taking a big rest period, go to a new movement, complete the 7 to 8 reps you need to finish the reps for the movement, and then go on to the 15 burpees to target, and then come right back for round 3, try and hit 2 to 3 more really great kipping pull-ups, and then go right back to the inverted ring rows or the seated barbell pull-ups, whatever that variation is for you. Same if you don't have push-ups yet, or you don't have the capacity to do pull-ups yet. Pick the hardest variation that is going to allow you to build strength. One of the problems with scaling to something like jumping pull-ups is it just doesn't translate well to actually building strength to develop pull-ups, right? Yes, you'll get the required amount of work done quicker, But at the end of the day, if we're looking for like the stimulus of actually getting stronger, developing the muscles in our back and in our arm, it's better to go with something that's going to require a little bit, like feel a little bit more like strength work without worrying about how quickly we're going to get the reps done. So again, rather than doing some sort of like jumping pull-up variation, I would encourage you to go to a inverted ring row, a seated barbell pull-up, a tough ring row, or even a bent over row.